Hello and good evening, and welcome once again to Better Than Before, live online. I'm Dave Edelstein, your host for all things mindful, communicative, connecting, relating, and getting along in life. Um, Here we have our new look, thanks to one of my former high school students, long ago when I was a high school teacher, um, Rob Butrago, advising me that I needed to square up and make everything look straight and stop sitting in the corner. So you are all the beneficiaries of Rob's good eye on this, and I thank him for giving me this fine piece of advice. It's good to have the former students looking out for their old teacher. Um, Tonight, I thought I'd talk a little bit about false expectations and unfair burdens that we place on our partners. I'd like to talk specifically about the unfair burden of saying, well, when we first met, I thought you were this, and now it turns out that you're that. When we first start dating somebody, we hardly know them. They're really a mystery to us. So we see something that we like, we fall in love, and in this early stage, anything that we don't know about the other person, we just kind of color in. They're largely a blank space. We know the tip of the iceberg, the other 90% lies hidden below. And we just assume that we know it all. That other 90%, we just say, oh, yeah, I know about that. They're just like me. We agree on everything. And so we just look at that 10% that sticks out above the surface of the ocean, and we say, this person is my dream boy, my dream girl. This relationship is going to be so much fun. It will always be great because I know that we're soulmates. I know that we just are going to get along perfectly. And then if we do stick around and the relationship becomes more real and time passes and we live together, we find out that we're not at all the same person. That perhaps we're 10% the same person, the 10% of each of our icebergs that was floating up at the surface for someone to see, but that 90% were not the same person. And then we commit the profound and unfair error of saying, you're not the person I married, or you're not the person I met however long ago, 10 years ago, 5 years. You've changed. Well, in 5 or 10 years, we hope we've all changed. We hope we've grown and matured and changed. But this person, first of all, is the same person. That 10% is still there. They're the same person that fell in love with you. They are, in many senses, the same. They have the same values. They have the same life dreams. They're the same. But now you see that all of those ways, that 90% of iceberg way, that you're different. And you start saying, it shouldn't be like this. This person is not the person I love. The person that you loved was largely a myth of your own making. They were never at that early stage when you knew them 3 months, 6 months. They were never the person you thought they were. And they don't have to continue to be that person because they never were. Your partner is not your invention. Your partner doesn't have to meet your expectations. Your partner is in this because they love you. And you have to be in it because you love them. You have to let go what you think they should be. You have to let them be who they are. That's what love is. It's non-judgmental acceptance and appreciation for all that they are for you, for all that they do for you, for everything that they really are, and not who you thought they were when you didn't really know them at all. They're there to be themselves with you. And you are there to be yourself with them. And to let each other be that without requiring that the other live up to someone's golden memories or fantasies of that time when you didn't know each other and just filled in all the blanks with what you imagined the other person to be. No one has to live up to that. No one has to be what you imagined them to be. They have to be themselves. And if you want to find out what love really is, you have to remember, yes, that 10% that you fell in love with. But now you have to grow and learn to respect and appreciate the 90% that you never knew before. And that learning experience is what your life is about. That's real love. That's connection. So consider that for a while, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow evening. Thanks so much for stopping by and tuning in. See you again.